over here. And then I'm going to share my screen so that you can follow along with me. Can someone unmute, please, and let me know if you can see the screen?
Yeah, I could see it.
I can see it.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start off on the Northeast Regional Honors Council main website. And this is the portal to all of the information that you're going to need about the upcoming conference. You can see that right on the opening page is where we have information about our call for proposals, and the portal actually to submit your proposal is there. And then also I'm going to be coming back into these pages. There's information about the conference theme, what presentations and strands we're offering, and all that good stuff there. If you scroll down once you're on here, however, to news and notes, that's where we're going to find a link for the proposal prep sessions. And that is where the recording from tonight's session will be. There's also a recording up from the last session that we had. So I'm just going to move us through over into that slide. I'm going to be walking you through the NRHC proposal prep tips sheet tonight, which is a really great resource when you're thinking about how to propose to a conference, especially if this is something that's new for you. So let's just move to that next. So the first thing that you want to think about as you're working to prepare your proposal for NRHC 2025, and I'm actually just going to go back over into here really quick to give you some information about the conference. Our conference is going to be held in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, March 27th through the 30th. Those are the dates. And our conference theme for the year is Civic Engagement at the Crossroads. And this conference is really a student-oriented experience. So it is really a high-impact, great experience for students to come to this conference, share their work, hear the work that other students are doing, and network with other faculty at other universities as well. So to begin again on this part, the first thing that you need to do when you're beginning a proposal is that you need to have a topic. You can choose to make your presentation about anything, but we do have a specific theme for the conference, and we really suggest reading the theme on the website. So for 2025, our theme is Civic Engagement at the Crossroads, and I'll just come back in here and show you where the conference theme is exactly. So if you go into 2025 conference and hover over that, under conference theme is all of the information about what the central theme for the conference is this year. And a lot of students will be connecting their work that they're doing in their classes or independent research to this theme. However, it is not required that you do so when you're putting your proposals together. So if you're dealing with a subject that you just feel you're having a really, really hard time connecting to your theme, the first thing that I would suggest that you do is make an appointment to meet with your honors director. So your honors director can be a great resource. They have a lot of experience connecting their research to themes at different conferences or publications. It's a really common thing in academia, actually. So they will be a great first resource for you of thinking about how to do that. But again, if you're feeling that your work is too far afield for the theme that we have this year, you can still submit your proposal on any topic for consideration. When it comes to narrowing your topic, you're going to want to choose a strand that best fits your proposal. And I'll show you in a second where we have more information about each of these strands. But just to go over them, this year we do have an arts strand. So that's music, performing arts, film and photography, fine arts. These proposals are more for academic approaches to the arts. So if you're proposing to this strand, you should be thinking about research that you're doing into your artistic mode or genre. That's something to really keep in mind when you're thinking about proposing to this strand. I'll just scroll down really quickly. This is different than the Performing Arts and Film Showcase, which is a presentation format. And I'm going to talk about that here a little bit more in a second. We also have business, economics, and technology, education, history, politics, and culture, honors, education, and practices, language, so that would be like any research that you're doing into improving your honors program or activities that you've done, any honors education reform curriculum, that would fall under uh, that grouping. You have language, literature, and philosophy, media studies and communications arts, so mass media, journalism, digital communications, natural sciences, mathematics, and allied health, and then the social sciences, so sociology, anthropology, archaeology, geography, jurisprudence. These are your different strands. Now, if you want to read up on more of the strands, because maybe you're not really sure where yours fits, when you come back over into the website and under the same place where I showed you the conference theme, you can select presentations and strands. And that is going to give you more information about the presentation types, which I'm going to go over here in a second, but also the strand descriptions. So this is giving you more information about the arts. For example, art is a powerful medium through which we can ask difficult questions. You know, the people who work on the NRHC board are really trying to give you a better sense of what it means to be working within these fields in these strand descriptions. Okay, I'm gonna check the chat really quickly. Oh yes, the recording will be available afterwards for sure. And it is on the main website under proposal prep sessions under news and notes. Okay, coming back into our prep sheet. The next thing that you want to do is think about your presentation format. So what that means is that um, you're going to select a format that would fall into one of these 5 categories. So the first one would be an academic panel presentation. These are your more traditional presentations where you're giving usually like a 12 to 15 minute formal presentations as part of a panel that has other students on it. Usually, I believe at this conference, we have about 3 to 4 students on each panel. You have access to technology. So if you're doing a Canva or PowerPoint, you will be able to present that slideshow or any other visual component that you might have. So that's option 1. Option 2 is a poster presentation. This is a very different format. So if you're someone who's a more casual presenter, you really like smaller one-on-one conversations, this would be a really good choice for you. You would be in the room with many other student presenters who are also presenting their poster at the same time. So it's a very like lively, vibrant environment to be presenting in as well. And then you would prepare a poster board that engages your research, and then you'll be engaging passersby in conversation on your topic. So you might have to talk about your topic, more than once. But a lot of students say that this really actually helps them clarify what it is that they want to say about their research and helps them locate important questions. And you will get questions from um, the people who engage as a passerby throughout that poster session. So there will be a poster session where all the students are presenting at one time for the posters. Then you have roundtable presentations. I actually really love roundtables. If you're someone who likes group discussion, in this format, you prepare about 10 minutes of remarks, and then you plan to have an interactive discussion with other people at your table or activities for them to do who come to your presentation. And then usually throughout the session, you'll kind of switch tables. So this is really nice. You're actually sitting with your participants in a kind of small, you know, experience engaging in conversation with your fellow students. I just want to make sure I'm not needing to admit on here. Idea exchange presentations are usually more for faculty. However, we do have students present alongside faculty if they're wanting to share new and innovative ideas from their honors program or their college. So you would be set up here with a table, and presenters can bring handouts and other materials to display for conference attendees. Again, this is more of a moving through the room, engaging with multiple people at one time. And then lastly, we have the Performing Arts and Film Showcase. And this is the format where students can perform a live talent or screen a self-made film up to 10 minutes. And then you'll engage the audience in conversation following the showcase presentations. We are asking that you choose one of these and one strand for one presentation for this year's conference. So after you've settled on all of that, this is where kind of the rubber meets the road and you have to prepare the proposal. So you're going to write essentially what is an abstract, okay, of no more than 300 words that's going to describe your presentation's focus, its relevance to research in your field or in the discipline, and then your goal. And we do understand that you might be putting in a proposal that's work in progress. I actually do this quite a bit myself when I'm going to conferences. I kind of propose something that I've been reading about and that I know some things about, but I haven't fully formed my, thesis yet necessarily. So we do keep in mind that, you might be working more from a research question and have some ideas of what your results are going to be. But, you know, that might be a work in progress and we realize that. We really, again, I want to strongly suggest this, as I am an honors director, that you work with your honors director before going to the next step of submitting your proposal to the CFP, which is what I'm going to talk about next. So you really should be running your proposal by your honors director or someone who works in administration in your honors program, so you're getting feedback and you're making sure that you're putting the best proposal forward, but also you might want to talk about what support is there for helping you attend the conference. So are they going to help you with your travel or anything like that, your room? You want to know that up front before you submit anything to the conference session. All right, I'm going to pause here really quickly and see if there are any questions at this point about those components of the proposal work. Any questions there? And I'll just wait for you to unmute and field them that way. I don't see anything in the chat. All right, are we good? Keep it moving. Okay. So the next step in all of this, once you feel that you have a pretty good proposal written up, your abstract, you're ready to go, you can make some references to sources if you want in that proposal. Next, you're going to go to submitting your proposal to the CFP. So there is a link in here that will take you to the call for proposals. There's also a link, actually over here. If I go back to the home page and on the scrolling headers at the top where it says submit your proposal now, you will click on that. I think we also have it up in here. So it's in multiple places is my point. And you should be able to find that. All right, when you click on that link, it's going to bring you here. And again, we have some information that I just went over in the proposal tip sheet. But it's highlighted again that you really want to make sure that you're working with your honors director, reading the theme, choosing your presentation format, what's my strand, and then we get down to submitting the proposal. Now, I'm already a user in here, so I'm going to log in this way. But if you're a new user and you haven't submitted anything to our portal yet, you would click Join Now. I'll just click that so that you can see what it looks like. And you'll be entering in your information. You know, some things are required and some things aren't. You're going to want to be putting in if you're, well, this wouldn't apply to students necessarily. And then you're going to want to create a password. I'm going to go back though and just sign this. And once you create your once you create your key, you should be able to log in. Well, hang on, we're gonna try. Okay, so once you're in here, We have the event information located here, your profile. That's where you put all of your information in. If you want to submit any feedback to us, you can do that here. It gives you our contact email down below, which is Northeast Regional Honors Council at gmail.com. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. But you're going to click here to begin a new proposal. So we would click on that. And then I'm just going to really walk you through what your steps are. So we're going to give our presentation a title. Do NRHC is the best. And then you would choose your presentation type. So I'm going to pick a roundtable for this example. And then you'll click submit. Oh, back here. All right. I want to make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay. Then we're going to click our strand. So these are the strands that I went over earlier. I'm someone who works in literature, so I'm going to select that. And then I'm just going to put these in here so that we can keep it moving. Everything is awesome. This is where you would enter your proposal abstract. So again, it's a maximum of 300 words. That can be hard to make sure that you're staying within sometimes if you're someone who likes to write a lot. So you want to make sure that your proposal is well crafted. It's within the 300 word limit before you're putting it into this field. And then you'll click continue there. And then we're going to go, we have a green check mark there. So now we're going to go to more details. So in here, you would select, if you're a first year, we have students at all levels attend the conference. So it's fine if you're a first year and fine if you're a senior. You would be selecting student. If you're interested in being a moderator, you could click that. And then are you interested in joining the student activities committee? So I'm just going to give a plug for the student activities committee here. This is a really great way to become involved in the NRHC and to think about, well, maybe do I want to be a student representative one day? We select 3 different student representatives who work closely with the NRHC board. So these students who are on the student activities committee help with setup for the student social events that's on Thursday, the art gallery and karaoke night, the student gala. So this is volunteering with the SAC is really a great way for you to get involved in NRHC and to think about what the responsibilities of being a student representative are. So we're going to click yes. And then you can also click here if you would like more information on the Illuminate proposal process. So Illuminate is our journal at the NRHC. This is where we publish student work. If you're at all interested in looking at Illuminate, you can come back here. It's actually in the header, and I'll just click through and you can check out Illuminate. The publication is here, so you can click to access all the academic work, or we take creative work also. And these are all of the students who were published just this past year. So students usually are submitting work that they've done through the conference. All right, so once you have all that information entered in, you're going to click continue. And then we have 2 green check marks. So our last check mark here is to add our honors director and any additional co-authors. So I'm going to add in self. Role, you would click honors director, or if you have another student who's working with you as the co-author, you could add that. So I'm going to add the honors director info. This pops up sometimes if they are requiring more information for you. So that just means that you have to go in and edit your profile and make sure that there's not anything that's missing or that they're looking for that's not already in there. All right, I'm going to save. Jeez. Let's see what they want. Who wants my institution? So I'm with Point Park University. Enter that in. And then we'll do the same for this one. That too. This also happened on the other recorded session. So just be prepared if that does happen for you. It's probably going to be the same thing. Now that we have green check marks, we can come in and save. All right, now that you have all 3 check marks, I like to double check and make sure that my submission's been saved. And then I will click submit. So once you get the blue bubble here, that means that you've completed your submission. And you just heard the email come through. So you will also get an email that has your submission attached to it. And you can always come back in here and preview your proposal. So if you want to go back and look at the information that's contained in there, you can even print it from here. You can also come back and edit it. I don't really want to do that right now. I'm good with where everything is. You can resend the proposal confirmation email to yourself. And again, I want to highlight if you have any issues, there's 2 ways to give us feedback. One is to submit the feedback form, or you can email with any requests to change with Northeast Regional Honors Council at gmail.com. Right. So those are the basics of submitting the proposal. Make sure that you get in touch with us if you have any questions. Again, your best resources, just to reiterate, are the NRHC website with this as your main page for submitting your proposal. If you come down to news and notes and click on proposal prep session, that's going to take you here again, which has the proposal prep tips sheet that you could print out or use as you're preparing your proposals. 2025 conference has the conference theme. Again, information about the presentations and strands. So if you forget anything about what kind of presentation you're wanting to do or what the strand is, again, you can come back to that part and find those. The proposal prep sheet is again here, and it's in the proposal prep session. And then your CFP portal is reached by clicking on that submit your proposal now button here. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing and then see, well, actually I'll leave the sharing up and then see if you have any questions from the students who are here participating with us. All right, any questions? Feel free to put them in the chat or to, not seeing anything in the chat, or to propose them. You can unmute. No questions for sure. I'm not hearing any or seeing anything in the chat. Okay, let me stop sharing then from here. Double check in the chat that we're not missing anything. Oh. Awesome. Thanks, Christina. Well, I really hope to see all of you at NRHC in the spring. It really is a great conference. It's been a very meaningful experience to me. Going to conferences have been some of the most fulfilling and rewarding experiences of my career. So I hope all of you that are on here tonight get to experience that as well. All right, thank you. Have a good night, all. Oh, Emily, I do see your questions, so I'll stay on with you. Is there anyone we can talk to, someone one-on-one to ask more questions about your specific situation? If you want to hang on until everybody else leaves, that would be fine. Bye. Or if you have a specific question and want to stay on too, you can. All right, it's me and you, Emily. Let me stop recording, actually.